Magenta, and this is my Let's Play of Opus Magnum. In the last episode, we made some rat poison, and we're now going to continue working our way through the production alchemy appendix here with Special Amaro. Number 41. A well-known distiller created a special Amaro liqueur to commemorate Lady Clara Soria's birthday. Since only 70 cases were made, it quickly became one of the rarest vintages of any beverage produced in recent memory. Later, the recipe was claimed to have been stolen by a thief who attempted to make a deal with a rogue alchemist to set up a rival distillery, but before production could begin, it was stolen again. Eventually, multiple copies of the recipe, each claiming to be the genuine item, were circulated, leading to general confusion and many cases of off-brand Special Amaro. Reproduced here is what I believe is the genuine article. Central to the distillation process is the belief that by taking a fine essence, breaking it down into its smallest elements, and reassembling it, the flavor becomes all the more exquisite and pure. I'm unsure that this process really affects the flavor as distillers so insist, but I shall leave matters of taste to the reader. Oh heck, okay. So, literally, we have the thing, and then the thing again, but we need to disassemble it, because it's not possible, I don't think anyway, to have them fit in the same, I mean it's just not, this would not be a puzzle if it was. No. It's not going to be possible to fit them both in the same place. Which means in order to make this work, we're going to have to completely disassemble it piece by piece and then reassemble it on the far side. Now that is going to be annoying. This will break it, right? Oh no, it won't. Okay. Good start then. So if I go, okay. Right, and then that we'll need to put that, let's see. I don't think I can afford to have that there actually, but okay, see, the problem here is I'd really like this to be able to reach both parts of the bond, but I don't know if there's any way to not take up one of those spaces. I don't really think so. Maybe if I were to like, no, it's inevitably going to take up that space, although I could, if I'm going to do it like that, then I could do this, and then I could fit it, so maybe that's the way to do it. Right, now the obvious immediate follow-up problem, how do I mean, okay, 2 when it receives that, can grab and rotate that way and then reset. 1 will need to do that and then grab, I guess, but it's probably gonna have to be a piston, but I'm assuming for efficiency's sake that it's much better if it isn't, but I mean, there's no way I can't grab any other, and I can't get that out of there, so... Okay, there's... Well, this still requires a piston, actually, but... With these harder puzzles, I'm more concerned about just getting them done at all than I am getting it done the more efficient way. Right. So instead of the extra rotations at the end, what you should do is rotate it back around, go down the track, extend, grab, retract. And then pivot. Yes. That will do the trick. Twice, I think. Oh, it's still connected to that. Right. Okay, is it possible... I mean, I could pivot to cut off the other one, but either way, we're gonna have a problem. I suppose resolve one. Just let me. Wait, I think I can do this. So let's just do this. I mean, I don't think I'm blocked from grabbing that just because I have to reach over. Nope. Although that won't work, but we'll figure it out. Okay, never mind that. Just move in the positive direction. Release. Move back. Retract. Grab. That will put us here. And then we will just pivot twice clockwise. And then rotate, rotate, release. Yes. Yes. Alright, that's a start. So now at the point this happens, this will grab. It will rotate. And we will have the first portion of this. Voila. Next, I guess, will be this. Now that's what goes there, so in order to make it work... with that here... Well, it's not that complicated. We just have to rotate that like that, so... It's actually just a simple counterclockwise rotation, I think. Additional, then that should work. Yes, perfect. Then, over here, you will need to rotate, rotate, extend, grab, retract, rotate, rotate, release, and you can then grab, rotate, first you will need to release, rotate, rotate, Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that'll be that portion. Then what'll really be annoying is I need to get this to be like that. Which I'm not actually sure I can do without a piston, but let me at least experiment. Doing like a couple of those and then that. Oops, I guess that's the wrong way actually. Then that. Maybe a couple more of those and then another of that? Possibly. Well, that's perfect actually, right? Yeah, that's what we need. Okay. So we're getting somewhere there. And for 2, we're gonna need to get the fire, which is not so bad. We just have to rotate, move up the track, I think, if I'm remembering correctly, and then extend. Yeah. Then grab. Retract. Rotate. Oh, crikey, that causes that to spawn. That's alright at this point, actually. We can work around it. You're just gonna need to rotate counterclockwise a couple more times. Release. Great, that's over there now. You, meanwhile, will have released and rotated, I believe. Yes. And you will then grab, rotate. Okay. Now, however, is where it could get real hard to fit this. I'd hate to use another bonding glyph, but I might have to. Well, unquestionably, there's no way of fitting that there in this configuration. Not with that literally going off screen to do so. Makes me wonder a bit if it wouldn't be easier to figure a way to move this section out of the way so we can assemble this section, essentially. This isn't gonna work either. For a multitude of reasons. Where are we at right after it's assembled? Here? Actually, why and how do we even get the collision down there? It's really late in the process. We don't necessarily need that. At the moment it's assembled, it's there. If I swing... Okay. That will... No thanks, buddy. I think I'm good. Without being sold services by a bot. Right. Sorry, I got distracted by that bot. So this is currently causing collisions, but it doesn't have to. But is there a better way to get out of this? Can't help but think 3 is almost certainly going to be in the way, but well, what would happen if I move this whole thing okay. I might be able to make that work. Okay, what's the exact moment where it's assembled? Just right there already? Okay, toss out everything here. You will release. You will let this one grab and rotate down there. Okay. It's definitely out of the way enough that I can assemble the other ones, so maybe we just worry about that first. That can't possibly backfire in the long run or anything. So that'll be that in place. Meanwhile, over on this side, you will rotate 180 degrees, move in the negative direction, extend, grab, pivot, retract, and then I think I have to move in the positive direction or don't cause a collision. Yeah, probably. Never mind, I can try to rotate it, but I think it will collide. Oh, it will actually squeeze by. The game's physics aren't inconsistent on this, but it works with like single length arms and not double length ones, I think. Right, wait, why didn't I tell it to do anything with this? Didn't I? Oh. No, it gets that assembled and I never tell it to go back. Okay, how about now? Great. So once that goes through, you having, well, that's 2. So you will then grab, rotate, and just rotate, while you rotate back yet again. Actually, just twice. Extend, grab, retract, rotate, rotate, release, reset. You, meanwhile, having done this, will then do this. And at this moment, you will grab and rotate, and that should assemble the second one, yes? Yes, now the very difficult question is how do I get them to assemble? With arm 3 where it is, I'm not sure it's possible. It's just definitely not possible with what I've got here, actually. About this for a concept. Okay, I can still get everything assembled. Does that fix anything? No, because actually the most fundamental problem currently is that there's no possible way of rotating that up there. Although theoretically it would work to do it the other way. As in... that would fit, it would just be marvelously difficult. I don't think I can arrange it with these though. I would definitely have to use pistons. It would have to be such that that would be there and there. use a piston here. Or... heck, at that point though, maybe I just make one a piston. If I made one a piston... at this point, it would be pretty trivial to... push that out of the way. Maybe that's what I gotta do. At this point I'm adding so... don't throw that away right away. I'm adding so much other stuff to avoid making this a piston that it's not cost effective anyway. Let me just... this is most probably doable without using any pistons. But... well, again, I'm clearly playing for the cheap way instead of the fast way. Because it's definitely doable for a lot cheaper than this. Right, didn't do anything with it. Okay, so it's assembled where? Here? Yeah. Okay, let's just say... let's just say you do that. Okay, let's say you do that. Great, now you can definitely assemble the other thing. The question is... does that get us anywhere? Not in itself, it's going to be too hard to maneuver free, but hang on. From here... I could at least very easily do a counterclockwise pivot. Then we get it lined up the way I want it to be. Then we assemble this. And once it's assembled, release, rotate, grab, push it away. We rotate this way. Yes, okay. We release, we rotate, we grab, we retract. We make sure that this isn't repeating too over exuberantly. And then we just extend, release. I'm going to tell this to reset and hopefully it'll actually just sync right now. I think it might. Yep. Okay. You know, that's not that bad. Well, I ended up using 2 pistons, which I think 0 pistons is probably doable, but it works. It's not that inelegant. honestly, based on what I reckon the average playstyles are based on the graphs, it's probably still on the cheap side, but we'll see. It is very much still on the cheap side, it just takes a long time. Instructions are pretty much bang average. Alright. Will do. Thanks for watching, Alchemists. Hope you enjoyed. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like or subscribing. Have a nice day, Alchemists. This is Sea Lord Jenda, signing off.